This is our first lightning talk, iRODS and Globus partnership announcement. Go for it.
Okay, thanks everyone. Thanks Jason for including me. This is going to be super fast lightning talk because this came about in the last 20 hours or so. The background, and actually let me just share my screen so you can see my name up there. The background to this is we've been hearing demands for supporting iRODS in the Globus ecosystem for quite some time now, and we finally got around to figuring out a model by which we could do that. So really what I wanted to do was just give you super high level what the plan looks like going forward. Right now we've got an environment where, you know, Globus is basically a service. For those that are not familiar, Globus is a data management service that's out of the University of Chicago. We're not a company, we're just a department at the university that's been offering the service to the community for upwards of 10 years now. Many of you hopefully are familiar with it, maybe perhaps using it. The way it works is you install some local software, a thing called Globus Connect, on your storage system, and that essentially makes it available and visible and accessible through the Globus service, which is a cloud-hosted service, something that we've been running on AWS since day one. So the idea here is to add support for iRODS systems. So the way we do that is by developing and deploying a connector on top of the standard connector in Globus, which is basically a POSIX connector, supports any POSIX compliant file system. So the idea is that anyone who has an iRODS system in place can drop this iRODS connector onto their Globus endpoint, and then that endpoint looks just like any other file system, any other storage system through the Globus interface. So we've got a lot of different types of storage systems out there that we support, so we're happy to, and these are all connectors that we have developed, we as in the Globus group, and just recently we've sort of changed the model and expanded it such that in addition to the connectors that we develop in-house, we want to create a framework and a set of conditions, if you will, that make it attractive for others to develop connectors in the community, and then make those things sort of first-class citizens in the Globus ecosystem, such that they're supported by Globus and whoever the developers are. So in this case, iRODS is the first one because, again, as I said, we've had demand for this for some time. So the plan right now is to take some existing open source code that's been out there for a data storage interface. That's really the core bits of code that get plugged into Globus Connect to make this happen. So there is something out there that's been out there for a few years actually. It has some gaps based on how the Globus service has evolved. So the first order of business is to work on that and bring it up to par so that it can operate within the Globus Connect server context. And then we want to hopefully get that out to at least a few of our current subscribers to actually try it and put it through its paces and ideally put it into production. And then in parallel with that, we're going to kick off a process jointly with iRODS to essentially rebuild the data storage interface and sort of make it more modern, if you will, and, you know, about performance and things like that a little more. So that's going to be a longer term effort. On our end, we're also developing test harnesses to make it easier for these community developed connectors to be validated and deployed. So that's, again, going to be an ongoing effort. And then this will be something that will be jointly supported by the two teams. So typically Globus provides first line support, sometimes second line, and then when we need more technical support on the specific bits of the connector, we would go to the iRODS team for that. And there's lots more things to be determined as part of this partnership. Again, this is sort of a semi-official announcement, but we're committed to working together to make this happen. So we just wanted to let the user group know that as quickly as we can, and there'll be lots more to come. So that's my time. I hope I haven't gone over the 6 minutes.
Oh, that's great. Thank you so much for joining us for this announcement. I very much appreciate it.
I don't know that we have any questions, but I will wait for a couple seconds to see if anybody's typing anything. Thank you, Vas. Thank you, Jason.
All
Congratulations
right, thank you,
on
Vas.
all of your
Thank
phone
you.
calls.
Thanks.